Hey everybody, welcome to the Art of Systematic Business Success. I am Brandon Lee, and I am so excited that you are here with me on either the podcast or on the video on the YouTube channel. Hey, this month, which is January, first of all, I have spent a lot of time talking with folks about goal setting and goal achieving and how do you do it well and what systems work, and those are all fantastic things to talk about and getting systems in place. And if you've been on my website at all or been a part of my community, you know I'm a big fan of setting and achieving goals and becoming what I call is a goal addict to build a remarkable business and to build a remarkable life for yourself. And I don't want to discount any of that, but this year I thought January I really wanted to dive into sales. So this month we're going to talk about generating sales. How do we go about increasing our sales? And yesterday on my blog, I talked about the one magic formula to increasing sales. Yep, I said it on my blog that I had the magic formula. I had the one thing that you needed to increase your sales dramatically. Now, here's my little confession. The one thing, it's actually two things. And those two things are clarity and self-discipline. Now, over the years of building businesses, and hiring and managing salespeople, the key that I have found is clarity, and I'm going to explain that in a little bit because there's it's multifaceted there, but then also the self-discipline to work the system even when you didn't feel like doing it. So let's go into clarity real quick. You know, first thing with clarity for me is really knowing who you are as a business. And there's a lot to that. Knowing who you are has to do with what is your product and why is it valuable? What does it add into the community? Now, I don't care what you're selling. You could be selling something that's really fun and playful, and you could be selling something that's very serious and needed to improve people's lives. But the question really is, know your why. I mean, what is it that you add to the community? Right? What is of value about you, your business, your product, and all that somebody would be purchasing from you when they choose to do so? So know with extreme clarity who you are, who your brand is, and how you fit into the market space. Now, specifically, you need to have clarity for each individual. So if it's just you selling or you're managing a team, clarity as to your own why. What's motivating you? And what I mean is this. If you are motivated to sell something just to make money, you could have some success and you can make money, but you're not going to have long-term success. You're not going to make the big dollars. You've got to have something that's more significant to you than just, I'm going to go out and make money. So the example I like to give is when I owned By Design Publishing, and I believe, we had 12, 15 different people, or 12 or 15 people in our sales call center at the time. One of the things I talked about a lot is know why this is important to you. And I had somebody tell me, hey, you know what, Brandon, this is, we're not curing cancer or anything here. We're selling marketing services. There's no deeper why here. And I really fundamentally disagreed with that because when I built the business, yeah, we were selling a marketing service and we were selling it to make money and provide for our families, but I did have a deeper why. And my why was I wanted to build a business that I loved to provide for my family and have fun doing it. I wanted to provide jobs and I wanted to have a work culture and environment that was different, that was joyful, that really poured into people and allowed people to live in their passions and live in their talents. I also knew that with our product that we were helping real estate agents and mortgage lenders to provide for their families. It was a very valuable marketing tool. It helped them differentiate from their competitors and really elevate them into their local market as being an expert as an agent or a mortgage lender, and some insurance agents as well. But it helped them build their business and therefore provide for their families. The product also helped people sell homes and buy homes that were looking to relocate or move up or downsize or whatever it is that they needed to do. And if they could do that faster, that helped them in their lives. So I wasn't blowing smoke. I really had all of these other reasons that I loved selling our product. And so when I was in front of somebody, I had genuine passion and excitement about selling our product. It wasn't just how much money could I get into my pocket. So I trained my staff and said, you have to have clarity with your why that goes beyond your own selfish, I'm going to make money. Now look, I am not opposed to making money at all. In fact, I enjoy making money. But if that is your primary motivation and your only motivation, you'll have success. You may have success if you have the skills to do it and close deals, but you're not going to maintain long-term success. So really having that clarity of who you are, how you fit in the space, and what your why is, why this is important to you or into the space for you to sell it beyond just money. And the last clarity thing is really knowing what your value is. And this is also two parts. Knowing your audience and what is it that they need, and therefore what value do you provide into their lives. When you know the value that you provide to make a difference into their lives, you know how to present it to them. You know how to show it to them to say, this is what we offer. Because the reality is people don't care about you. They care about what you and your product can do for them. So if you're coming into a conversation and you're just talking that, we this, we that, we this, we that, they're going to tune out because they honestly don't care. You need to speak to them in a way that shows the value that you bring to them and their business. And again, it doesn't matter what you're selling. What value, what need, what goal or aspiration do you help them achieve? And that's your value that you bring to the table. Okay, so not only do we have clarity as part of our secret formula here, you really have got to have clarity on those so that when you're on the phones or you're meeting with people, you can exude that passion and that excitement for something other than how much money can I stick in my pocket. The next step to this is self-discipline. We all have our days where we don't feel like picking up a phone, or we don't feel like making a call, or we don't feel like going to a networking event. So the self-discipline for me is about systems. What systems have you put in place that keep you focused on achieving your sales goals? Now, again, if you're a business owner or you're a sales manager and you have people that you're managing, it's helping them develop their own systems for self-discipline. You can manage and you can drive and you can demand, but that's only going to work for so long. Ultimately, the best salespeople and the best sales managers help them get there. The best salespeople discover what it takes for them to have their own self-discipline. What is the motivation to make those calls and work your butt off when you don't feel like doing it? So what system do you have in place? What goals have you set for yourself? Why are those goals important? At the beginning of this podcast and video, I talked about goals, and everybody's talking about goals. It's the first week of January. It's a new year. And I don't want to dismiss those, but really what I find is that so many goals are really driven on money. I want to make more money, or I need more money to provide this or the other. So that's why we're talking about sales. So what systems do you have in place to help you stay focused? And what systems do you have place that are giving you clarity on those goals and your reasons for selling your product, building your business, and changing your industry? So that's it. The magic formula is clarity and self-discipline. And inside my membership program, inside the paid side, we're going to deep dive both of these and get into some real practical, tangible ways that you can implement this, whether it's for yourself or for people that you manage in a sales function. So I appreciate you coming to the Art of Systematic Business Success. All this month, I'm going to be talking about sales. Like I said, this week is a sales map, which is about clarity. and self-discipline. Next week, I'm going to be talking about how do you identify needs and be able to communicate with potential clients about their needs and the values that you, or the value that you bring to help them meet their needs. The third week, we're going to talk about closing techniques and how to ask for the close, how to assume the close, and how to deal with objections when you go in for the close and they reject you. There's some real strategic ways of being able to get around those. And then the last week of the month, we're going to talk about follow-up. We're talking about resales, and we're going to talk about referrals, and we're going to talk about maintaining relationships, all of which are crucial to long-term growth in your sales. So again, I'm Brandon Lee. This is the Art of Systematic Business Success. I'm grateful for you coming, and I look forward to hearing your questions, answering your questions. Stick around or pay attention into my community. I have a couple of live events coming up this month that I would love for you to join. I take your questions live, answer your questions, and share with you all the things that I've done over the years in building and selling 3 companies over the past 15 years. So have a great day. I appreciate you, and I look forward to talking to you soon.